and died on me, twisted my ankle something fierce. Think you could give me a ride?
Yeah, sure. Hop on.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. You know Emerald Ranch? Mind taking me there?
Sure.
Glad I ran into you. Huh. I raised that horse, you know. Raised it since it was just a foal.
Oh, losing a horse is hard. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that horse did right by me. Better than my husband, truth be told. That fool, always complaining, but does he do something about it? Man barely lifts his hand to wave the flies away, aside from to lift a drink, of course. Marriage, for me, has been nothing but trouble. This has taken a long time.
Yeah.
Anyways, right. But Biscuit, he was a fine animal. Loyal, smart, brave. Didn't take no guff, not from no one. Had one of them mountain boys pull a gun on me once. I was riding up near the Dakota and had stopped by a nice warm patch. Must have dozed off, but I wake up and find some nasty piece of work pointing a rusty shotgun straight at me. Well, he gets wheezing on and I must have made some sort of noise because the next thing I know, Biscuit had nipped his ear clean off. Kicked his hide, too, as he was hollering away. Didn't think a man could run so fast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, had a good laugh on that one. I tell the husband, what does he do? Should have never gone over there, honey, he says. Gee, thanks.
So, you live at Emerald Ranch then?
For the time being. I was looking for work. They was looking for some help with the gardens. If I waited any longer for my husband to put food on the table, I'd have died of starvation. I'll be moving on soon, though. Emerald Ranch, well, it's a strange place.
How so? Idiot.
The owner's a mean bastard. Strange, too. Delights in bullying folk. There's a daughter, but she never leaves the house. You can see her in the window sometimes. Oh, we're getting close now. Here we go. This is great. This was kind of you, mister. Please, take this as my way of thanking you. Appreciate it. What
Nice
a
talking
lousy
with you,
day.
ma'am. Good luck to you.
You too. All the best.
Now, it would have been perfect if she would have asked for a help when we were done up there, so we could just go right to Hosea. But, that's not the case, so we're gonna go back to what we were doing. But of course, we got to help the lady when she was in dire need of some help, so we're not gonna turn her down. She gave us a little, info on Emerald Ranch before we're gonna head there later, so. Now, in terms of investigating Emerald Ranch, I'll probably do very little of that. But it's nice to know kind of what we're getting into. You know what I mean?
Hi there, mister.
Okay, we are back here in, I don't know what they call this area, honest to God. Cortarra Springs. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Easy, easy.
But we are actually going to hunt the legendary animals, so I'm going to make sure I have improved arrows. And I'm going to equip the Springfield rifle because I believe this is the legendary wolf. You hear that?
Okay, girl.
Oh shit, we gotta run, we gotta run.
Whoa, girl.
It's okay, it's okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. okay. It's okay, Beatrice. Just keep going.
Easy now.
Okay, I am not gonna mess this up again. Okay. Okay. Oh, we don't have to kill it. Thank God. I just want to study it. Hold still. Perfect. That's perfect. Does it change any of the facts? No, I don't think it does. Great. And I didn't have to needlessly kill it either.
Yep.
So let's go skin the two we killed kind of in self-defense.
So,
Now, I don't know how animals are, like like pack animals are.
just wait
If their
a second,
pack
Joe.
dies. Like, I honestly don't know. Do they join other packs? I have a friend that really likes wolves, and he knows a lot about them. I'm certain that he's told me once or twice about how, like, if, like, a wolf loses its pack, I either remember him saying that it joins another one and it just isn't, like, high up on, like, that hierarchy, or it just literally lives on its own to the best it can, but it's, like, it's a lot harder for it. I mean, from what I know about wolves, it's, they're pack creatures, so they need to, they're very social creatures in the sense that they need each other. Okay, Beatrice. Beatrice 2. Alright. Now let's get back to hunting the legendary wolf. Did we get an update in the journal yet? Aw, man, his hand's all bloody. Yes, we did. There's probably going to be a lot of back and forth from to the trapper with all the skins that we're getting. Also, in the time that I cut, I took a little break recording, and I kind of decided that I think I've kind of come up with a system show off the other craftable outfit items. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air, but I think I got something going on. So I might find a way to show off those two in a very natural way. I can't promise that it'll actually be anything organized, but, you know, I thought if I can craft them and wear them with other outfits, I'm gonna try, because, I mean, like, what's the hurt? Like, I'm showing off as many stolen hats as I can, and I actually have a system to show off all the craftable hats, so I decided to check out some of the other craftable stuff, just because, like, I'm just so into doing that kind of stuff. But, like, if I'm gonna be going on my way to craft it as soon as possible with the trapper, it's like I might as well wear them and show them off when I do, you know? But enough of that. Time to get on the hunt. Yes, that's right. We are hunting the legendary wolf. We're going to take this slow. Now, I don't think wolves usually hunt during the daytime. There's the next one. We're still going to take this very, very slow.
Must be way off.
I'm trying to track as many animals so we can get the hunter challenge, which I think we can check over here. Yeah, we only got 4 right now. This one's always kind of a pain in the butt just because, like, I separate me hunting animals so much.
Okay, where are you?
Crap, we're going uphill. I don't like to do that. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. Okay, now before we actually take down this legendary animal, we're gonna read about him. Legendary wolf. The legendary wolf is an endemic to the grizzlies. The larger size of this wolf and the distinguishable brown and black fur make this animal easily recognizable compared to other wolves in the area. As a carnivore, its diet consists of deer, mountain goats, as well as smaller animals like birds, beaver, and fish. A bow with poison arrows or a rifle is considered to be the best weapon to hunt this animal with. Killing this animal will give you an opportunity to craft a rare trinket. We already tracked it. We need to kill and skin it. And I believe by tracking it, we also added towards the challenge. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Oh, it didn't? That's annoying. Oh well. Should I use the Springfield rifle for this? I think maybe I should. Maybe I should put on some cover scent too. You know, screw it, let's do it just in case. Wow, it really did not react at all. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Oh, shit, shit.
Fight back!
What just happened? Oh my gosh. I should have just used the improved arrow, but oh my gosh, look at this thing. Wow. This thing has got to be bigger than other wolves. It probably is. Or maybe it might be the same size. Guys, I got so lucky. It still bit me. And it attacked me, but I still was able to... What's going on? More wolves?
Hey, you're okay, girl.
Maybe the 2 headshots eventually made it bleed out. I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like the 2 shots made it bleed out like they were regular shots, but hey, you know, I'll take it. I'm living. I should have just shot it with the improved arrow. I don't know why shooting it with the rifle seemed like a better idea. They made it sound like it would be like a one-hit kill. You know what I mean? But hey, I walked away. I was able to get 2 shots and then get it. So I'm gonna take it. And luckily for us, we can actually sell the carcass to the trapper, so we're gonna go do that because we'll get a better price for it, and we were gonna sell the skin to him anyway for crafting reasons. So once again, we gotta go back and forth with it. Wow, look at that. Look at the detail in the claw marks. I'm very happy that we ended up surviving that. Didn't go the best. I was kind of scared for my life there for a second. Poor Beatrice. She's not a workhorse. She's got to carry this freaking behemoth on her. For me, selling the actual carcass is worth it. Because not only are we going to sell the skin anyway, but the price of this carcass compared to just selling the skin is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, I'll have to look it up later, but maybe I can find what the actual price is and tell you guys in a future video or something like that. But you can look up all the different price differences, and if it's just, even if it's a few extra bucks, like, hey dude, like, we might as well. Sooner or later, we're going to be rolling in money, and then I will not have to worry about making sure I make that money. But still, like, if I'm going to play effectively, I'll make sure I'm at least doing 1 or 2 things, such as this.
There, girl.
Here, I'll reward her for doing such a good job.
Sorry, girl.
By the time that we start Hosea's mission, I'll probably finish bonding with this one. gotta be a black bear or something.
Yeah. 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 You're all right, girl. Yeah.
Look at that. We already took down the legendary bear and the legendary wolf. We're ahead of the game. Any other legendary animal is going to be nothing. It's going to be cake. Except for maybe the legendary cougar. No, or the legendary panther. Yeah, you know, we aren't as tough as we probably think we are.
Yep. There we go. Okay, girl.
Now, I don't know how long carcasses of animals last on, their full bodies last on horses. I can't imagine too long. But you know how time progresses faster in the game than in real life, so you gotta consider that. These are all areas in the game that we are gonna move through eventually again later. But I gotta stick to my system. Dude, I'm so specific to the order of events I do things in open world games sometimes, to the point where there is a couple point of interest in stranger missions. I've already discussed this a little bit about I think the cigarette card stranger mission, where I won't even start it until I've seen that, like, if there are references to it later in the game, such as a newspaper article or two. We are back in New Hanover. Seriously, could he just not have one shop in the north? Just one? I feel like he would have a shack or something. If I was making mods for this game, that'd be a mod I'd totally make. But I am not a modder, so I can't be doing that. Because I don't know how to.
Alright, girl.
Well, at least we're almost there. Here, maybe this will be like a shortcut or something.
Easy, girl.
Welcome back. Tailored gun belts, any hide you choose.
Here.
All right, come here. Got something special for you today, man.
Not a wolf? From the grizzlies, I bet. Well, Chief, you were right. It is huge.
Let's see how much we're
Right,
getting for
let's
this.
see.
We'll sell the 2 good wolf pelts. $46 just for bringing the carcass to him.
Oh, I'd pay just about any price for this.
And then he gives us the item that we need for the special crafting, which we will get an unlock to that. Can be sold. It says it
Done.
can be sold. I don't see what it could be used for crafting, so maybe I'm just wrong about it. Or the game is wrong. Probably the game.
Hope you make good use of that.
I know I haven't bought the anything for, like, that can be craftable.
You again. Fires made to order.
But I'm kind of waiting until the next time I do a bunch of hunting for the cause I'm getting a lot of animals right now because I'm getting a lot of point of interest. So we're getting access to a lot of animals that we can hunt. So I'm kind of waiting and seeing. Oh, not good enough. So not worth it. So as soon as like I do a bunch of this, then we'll probably do a bunch of hunting all at once just to kind of get all the craftable stuff done. And I actually realized that I didn't hunt as many rabbits as I needed to. So we'll have to hunt a bunch of those. But I think I need to make my way back. I believe I do. Yes, I do. I wasn't doing that yet. Was I? No, there's no way I was doing that yet. You guys don't know what even I'm talking about, so don't worry about it. Alright. But we are gonna go after the next point of interest and then hunt some bighorn sheep and rams. We're hunting 4 more animals. Alright, sweet actually. This is awesome. And then once we get those, the next points of interest. Not 3 stars, not 3 stars, not 3 stars, so I'm not gonna bother and take unnecessary lives. I know it is just a game, and if I end up killing animals that I did not want to die, I'm not gonna be that heartbroken over it, but still, like, if I can avoid unnecessarily killing a bunch of animals, like, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, since I'm right here, I'm actually gonna pick up a dinosaur bone that's right here, and then a dream catcher that is right here, since we just happen to be there. Like, I know it is just a game and, like, it's not real, okay? But I would like to think that I would practice my, like, real-life beliefs whenever I am actually trying to be a good person.
There we go.
Probably one of the more easier dinosaur bones to find. Arthur just steps all over it. Yeah, it's in great condition, no worries. Huh, I wonder if we can go in here. Can we go in here? Maybe loot the place? Nah, it's all boarded off. Come on, Beatrice. Look at that, the legendary gray wolf.
All right, girl. Yeah, good girl. Yeah. Easy now.
I gotta say, Eagle Eye is such a great tool in this game. It's so amazing. The fact that you can find collectibles with it, which, you know, they didn't have to do that. They really didn't. But it helps so much. I mean, like, I use guides because I don't have the time. I mostly use guides for collectibles above all else. And I only turn to guides whenever, like, I really can't beat something. So I'll look up, like, tips and tricks and stuff. But when it comes to collecting collectibles, I'll always admit that I did not find each one individually on my own. Like, I am not skilled and that tenacious for the most part, unless like the game gives you ways to get maps to go get it, or like gives you ways to be able to discover the collectibles and go get it, like, you know, like Assassin's Creed with going up the towers and then it would show different collectibles depending on what it is.
Hey there, mister.
Or if you bought a map in the game, then that's kind of different because like you're like, you don't have to do that, but you can do that to make it easier. But no, like, I consider most of the time, like, I'll admit, like, yeah, I did not find them each individually. I did not do that. But I did take the time to find it. So there you go. Okay, we're gonna head back up here one more time and try to specifically hunt some bighorn ram and bighorn sheep, which we're gonna look for them on the way here as well. Speak of the devil. And it's perfect too. That is just perfect.
Easy. Whoa.
Awesome, fantastic.
I know, girl. Just give me a second.
Okay, we're gonna skin this one, but the next ram that we find, we're probably gonna actually take the carcass to camp. Just so we could have got the skin, study, and the track, like all that all at once. Now we just need to find the sheep, which, like the cow elk, is the female version of basically the bighorn ram.
Run away while you can.
Yeah. Easy now. Easy. There.
I'm gonna save, because you know, this is when things would be a pain in my ass and decide to be a jerk. Bayron. And then liver chestnut. Okay, I would usually break those, but like break them and then take them and then put them in the...
Okay.
Oh, crap. I would usually break them and then, like, tame them so I could put them in the stable. And then I would have a horse to basically bond with next. But I'm gonna wait till I'm down to maybe, like, one horse that I need to tame. That way I can kind of clear out...
Get back. Whoa. Ooh-wee.
If you're wondering why I went back, it's because I remembered that I did need one perfect wolf skin for Pearson. So, that worked out pretty well.
Wait a second, girl.
And I saved that guy, which I think he would have been fine. He seemed to be getting away just on his own. But still.
Wait.
Yeah, wait a minute. I know it's all scary. Don't worry. You've been a good horse. I recognize that. Hold on, before I head over there, I want to make sure that... Okay, it's not an O'Driscoll camp. I thought it was.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is, but I don't want to risk it. Well, there we go. We just got the Horseman 2 challenge. I thought, you know, why not? We jumped over 2 objects, might as well go for a 3rd. Ride from Valentine's to Rhodes in less than 5 minutes. We will do that alongside another challenge, specifically one of the bandit challenges. So just we're gonna hold off on that.
Hey, you're okay, girl. Shh, girl. Whoa, whoa!
Okay, that's a ram. I need to find a sheep.
Idiot.
Western turkey vulture. I want some more flight feathers, so... This is actually great for us, because it allows us to get more flight feathers. I don't know how much you can sell, like, bird carcasses to the trapper for. It's not really something I've thought about, personally. What I need to do is the next time I'm in town, I need to buy a bunch of shotgun shells and more arrows. I need to stock up on more ammo is what I really need to do.
Yep. Easy, easy.
Bighorn sheep, that's what we're looking for. Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep. Is there any other? Is there a 3-star anywhere? Okay, let's read about the sheep, actually. Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep are native to the grizzlies in Cumberland Forest. This herbivore mainly lives on grasses and sedges, as well as woody plants in the winter. Using a rifle or a bow with arrows will successfully take down a sheep of this size. It can provide gristly mutton to eat and hide to craft with. The Rocky Mountain Bighorn ram's main habitat is the grizzlies region. They are herbivores, mainly consuming grasses and sedges. I think I said it wrong in the other one, but they will also eat woody plants in the winter. The easiest way to take down a ram of this size is by either using a bow with poison arrows or a rifle. Ram mutton is gristly, and their horns and hides can be used to craft with.
Easy now.
Alright, well, at least we studied and tracked one of each kind. So what we will do now is, sorry, excuse me while I make sure I got this right. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because we're up here, and I don't want anything to mess up anything whatsoever, is we're gonna actually go get a weapon. Okay. And then we'll move down, get a dinosaur. We'll basically get a new weapon. Since we already have tomahawks, we can pick this one up. We'll get a new weapon. We'll find another dinosaur bone. And then we will find the statues I was talking about earlier. And if we find any bighorn ram, that's going to be the main thing that we're hunting here. Rabbits, bighorn ram, elk. And once we find these statues, there'll be a point of interest. We can start hunting down skunks and badgers, which are the next two animals on my list for the journal. And once we kind of do that, because we got 2 more points of interest. Those animals I said just to hunt. We're gonna get the loads of money from the statues, dinosaur bone. And then once we kind of hunt all those animals, we'll be able to get another point of interest and hunt a legendary animal. And we should be set in terms of everything we need to do, actual activity-wise, before Hosea's mission. But before Hosea's mission, I will probably farm and hunt down all the materials we need for Pearson and the Trapper to craft everything we need, because I think I also wanted to wear a certain piece of clothing for the next mission. So yeah, we got a whole bunch to do. I keep myself busy. It's what I do. It's who I am. And if you're wondering if why I'm not going to the Wapiti Reservation yet, there isn't a whole lot there for us to do just yet, or get anything. I guess I could, in theory, get the stuff there now.
Easy.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I did just want to grab this, since I had the chance. Ancient Tomahawk. Another collectible weapon. Let's read about it. A traditional native tomahawk with a stripe-bound shaft and polished sharp blade. Although showing some signs of its age, this weapon has been well maintained by one of the locals. This melee weapon was found lodged in a broken wooden target overlooking Calumet Ravine in the Grizzlies. Oh, is that what that's called? We can throw it and then pick it back up, but we can only have one of them, so I'm probably never really going to use them. Alright, I remember too that we will be coming back here for this region, so I'll probably grab the stuff that's in here then, and then there's like a special horse that's around here. But I'm not ready to try to tame that horse, personally, so I'm going to just get it later. I just wanted to get the tomahawk because I'm always paranoid about that tomahawk for some reason. I don't really have a real good reason to be worried about it. But, like, I just am. And yes, I am aware of the Easter egg point of interest or, like, special event you can come across. But I have in this area that you can start here. For viewers that do know. It is my plans to get it. I just haven't tracked enough animals through binoculars to unlock it yet. There is an Easter egg thing that when we get to it, I'll explain how it works, or at least my knowledge of how it works. But it is in my plans. But for now, we are picking up another dinosaur bone. I wonder if they've put in the other dinosaur bones in yet. Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. Ah, see, like right here. Notice how we got the dream catcher and the dinosaur bone in this area? Well, now he drew a little image to show where he found one. So that's how you can kind of keep track of which ones you've already have found if you're struggling to find the rest of them. Which we won't even complete finding every single dinosaur bone until like near the end of the game. And that's just because like 7 of them are locked off to an area that we can't get till the epilogue. And there's one now.
Hey, easy, girl.
It's okay, it's just a snake. It's okay. We're alright. There's a good girl. Okay, you stay here.
Let's go.
And the way he jumped on there, that was funny. Alright, now, I believe a special point of interest. This one's, like, I always forget, like, how weird it is to do this so early in the game, because most of the time I used to not do this so early in the game, but it just kind of works out that way for me. But this is a great way to get a bunch of money very early. I mean, you could literally just find out where each gold bar is, and then just find each of those right at the start of the game, so you never have to worry about money, like, ever. At least, except for a few moments, but that's not the point I'm getting at. Alright, Beatrice, you stay out here, okay? I'll be a bit. I'll actually store these back on you, because I don't need them. Okay, let's actually get some light. Now remember that painting that had those like images in a circle? That is what this is supposed to be for. And if you solve the little puzzle, which I really don't understand how somebody solved this, then you will get a pretty awesome award. But first we're going to actually inspect the sculpture and draw on the page. Hold on, I just want to check that. Okay, sweet. Now that bottom left page should be filled by the bighorn sheep. And I know this looks like it should only take half a page, but it doesn't. Trust me. It's annoying, I know. Alright, now to solve this, there is buttons on each one of these statues. Now, I don't know how someone deducted this from the statue painting. I read that's how people were able to solve this. I was looking at it, and maybe I'm just too stupid to understand because I always looked up the answer for this myself. But you have to press, like, each statue has a certain number of fingers on it, and you have to press the buttons with the prime number of fingers. So, like, they go up to, like, I think 7 or, like, 9 fingers on each statue. But you gotta press all the prime number ones. And I think one of these statues is missing an arm, and that's how you're supposed to solve which number has its number on there because it's the only one missing a statue. But the numbers... Sorry, I got a text. I gotta silence my phone. Okay. Sorry, I got a text. I'm always worried that work is gonna call me. But you have to find the ones with the numbers 2, 3, 5, and 7, which are supposed to be prime numbers. So let's look for this. This one has a missing arm, which I'm trying to find out where it is. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I need a light. How many is that? 3? That looks like 3. Yeah, that's 3. So if that's 3, then that would make this one 7. 7. This one is 5. I think that's one of them. This one's 2. I think that one's one of them. And then 3. That one's 4. Wait, is this counting thumbs? Alright, if it's not counting thumbs, then this one would be 7. This one would be 3. 3, 7, 5, 2. Then this one would be 2 as well. So let's actually count thumbs. So without the thumbs, this one is 7. With thumbs, that one's 7. This one's 6. 2. 4. 5. 8. 3. Okay, so let's look for 2 first. And then 3 was over here, I believe. Yeah, this is 3. This one was 8. 5. And then this one should be 7. And there it goes. See, I'm a genius. I just had to consider if it was counting thumbs or not. But there you go. You get 3 gold bars, which I think are supposed to be $500 each. So this is a hell of a find. Just for a quick little puzzle. Now, I don't understand how people are able to deduct those with the numbers you needed to press. They probably just, like, did some guessing and eventually kind of surmised that the numbers that they ended up working in the end were all prime numbers, and that was supposed to be the common factor among all of them. But I'm not really sure how the how the paintings really, like, help solve that. It must be something I just missed in the paintings because I'm too stupid to understand.
Yeah.
All right. Now we do need to hunt badgers and skunks next. So what we're going to do is there's actually a great place to hunt badgers, skunks, possums, rabbits, all at night. A great place. It's what I use all the time. And the only thing that might be hard to get them there is opossums most of the time. But we're going to go there and try to get it. But what we're going to do is going to try to find a bighorn ram that we can take back to Pearson. Because the area is near camp, so we're going to do that.
There we go. Yep.
This one's an American paint, I can tell.
Yep.
We're going to head back over here. Ah, there it is. The bighorn sheep. Now, of course, I'm not going to know how this looks in post, but I had to reload a save because I had an altercation with a hunter, and he got mauled by a grizzly bear, and that wasn't part of the plan. I think it ended up adding the grizzly bear to our journal, and that's not what I was trying to do, so I had to reload a save. Again, I don't know how it's going to look, if you saw a little bit of my failing, or if it just cut out completely. But anyway, we are hunting some more bighorn sheep. That is the plan.
Hey, move it!
Which actually, hold on. Now I'm thinking about it. Now that bighorn sheep's entry is absolutely in the journal, I don't have to worry about it messing up anything, so ended up working out for us. Me having to reload, because now I can actually go get the next point of interest, and we can for sure go and hunt down an American badger and a skunk.
Yep. Okay then.
Crap. Sorry, Beatrice. Sorry.
Yep. Easy. Whoa.
It's okay, we'll get down. Just taking this as slow as we can, even though I keep tapping A.
Easy
Okay, we gotta be real careful down here. It's okay. Man, I seem to take all my horses on terrible, scary trips. Right here. In fact, for being such a good and brave horse, let's give you a little clean. Even though it is raining, you're probably getting clean naturally. Aw, who's a good horse?
Good job.
I treat my horses good. I try to. Horseshoe Overlook. Found the remains of some poor bastard woman tried to go over a waterfall in the barrel. Found it interesting. Sad, I guess. An even more ridiculous life than the one I lead. Yeah, poor woman. Off that waterfall? Yeah, I can see how that could lead to her demise. Alright, Beatrix, let's get out of here. That's all I needed. It looks like we're gonna struggle, so maybe we should try to take a separate way. You can actually swim with your horse, but you don't want to swim too long and the horse will drown. Like his stamina will drain and it will basically like just die. Good horse, good horse. Okay. I'd say that ended up working out for us. Now, got this. We need to come back here and get this home, and then also hunt a legendary animal here before I am willing to go on to the next mission. But for now, we need to get an American badger and a skunk to fill up that page on the left. So until we can go back to the location that I like to hunt those animals in, we're gonna go try to find another bighorn ram to take back to Pearson. Perfect is preferable, but I guess like whatever works.
Get up. Easy.
Just saw a sheep over here. Ah, but it's two. 2 stars. Taunt me, why don't ya?
Yeah.